remember. You can keep scrolling.
And you say here, nothing to be nervous about. We met with Susan too. Is that Susan Ventura?
Yeah.
And when you say we, who are you referring to?
I don't know.
Did you complain to Ms. Ventura at this time about about Dr. Sivadathan?
I don't remember.
You don't know?
I don't remember.
Okay. This is Exhibit 22. It's a May 18, 2018 text.
And the bait stamp, sorry.
Date stamp is ERD 0253.
Thank you.
And you stayed here. Brandy asked me to have you call her when you meet with Dr. Trimark this afternoon and put her on speakerphone. That was something Ms. Ford asked you to do? I can't hear you.
I don't remember, but I would assume.
And you recall being involved in that phone call between Ms. Sherry and Dr. Trimark?
I don't recall.
Were you ever in a meeting with Dr. Trimark about Dr. Sivadathan?
I don't remember.
Exhibit 23 is a May 18, 2018 transcribed voicemail. Well, actually, I'm going to Exhibit 25.
Okay, so we're not going to introduce Exhibit 23 at this time?
Not at this time.
Okay. C25.
Exhibit 25 is a May 29, 2018 text starting at ERD 0262. I'm going to the fourth page of the exhibit. Which is ERD 0266. And there you say, in response to Ms. Sherry, thank God they know she's nuts. How could they not? Well, if there's retaliation, we'll walk down together. Thanks, Sherry. Ditto. When you said, thank God they know she's nuts, what did you mean by that?
Who are we referring to? I don't remember. I can
Is that in
assume
regard
that I
to
remember.
having a hard time hearing you? Was that in regard to Dr. Sivadathan?
I can assume, but I don't remember.
You said you do believe so?
I said I could assume, but I don't remember.
Okay. And then you said, if there's retaliation, we will walk down together. Did you ever experience any retaliation from Dr. Sivadathan?
I don't remember, not directly.
You know what, I want to object on this line of questioning because retaliation is a legal term, and we do need to be careful about whether the witness understands that under the statute or whether she is talking about herself or the complainant.
If she's talking, well, okay. Why don't, so Miss the text that's being reads or uses the word retaliation. So when you answer, I'd like you to, I guess, explain what you mean by the word retaliation. Okay.
Well, I would think that if she,
Well, no, thank you, Judge, and I think that I think the opposing counsel has to explain that.
Well, I'm asking her to explain it since she's the one who used the word.
Okay,
Thank you, Ms. Kwiatkowski.
thank you.
In the original text, when you,
I just didn't want to be yelled at or blamed for anything
okay, so
by
when you
Dr.
use that,
Sivadathan.
so that's what you, when reading through these older texts, that would be your understanding of what you meant by retaliation, is that
Yeah.
yelled at or blamed at, or
Yeah.
blamed. Okay, so then, Mr. Olson, why don't you rephrase your question in terms of how the witness has defined the word retaliation as she used it.
I don't recall having any additional question on that.
Okay.
So I'm prepared to go to Exhibit 26, which is at ERD 0267. This is May 29, 2018 meeting notes, medical records to administration, ventricular rupture. Are these notes that Ms. Sherry provided?
Can you slow down?
Yes.
I don't remember.
You don't remember what?
Can you, I don't remember this. Can you scroll down? No, I don't remember.
Okay. Do you recall having conversation with Ms. Sherry or anyone else about Dr. Sivadathan not doing rounds on weekends?
Yes.
And was that discussed with the administration in your presence?
No, not that I remember. I don't remember.
Okay. Was there discussion with management in your presence about Dr. Sivadathan not seeing patients before surgery?
With management? I can assume, but I don't remember.
Okay. And we're going to Exhibit 27.
Okay, I'm sorry, what was the date number?
Yes, ERD 0276. This is May 30, 2018 text messages.
Okay, thank you.
And starting with the text message at ERD 0278. And once you've had a chance to read this, I'll ask you a question about it.
I read it.
Do you recall Ms. Sherry being excluded from a meeting by Dr. Sivadathan?
I don't remember.
Here you say, I ran into the OR team at the elevators, and I think that means they look so enthused. She's insane. Were you referring to Dr. Sivadasan?
I would assume so. Yes.
Okay, and by that sentiment, she's insane. What did you mean by that?
Oh, I don't remember.
Objection. We've already established that she doesn't remember the text message, and she doesn't even know for sure who she is texting to or about.
Oh, really? Well, we can go back and I can go through these again if, I thought we established that these are your text messages with Ms. Sherry. Do I need to lay a foundation for all this?
Yeah, not only that, but I'm having a problem with finding the relevancy in this, and I'm objecting based on relevancy.
Your objection's noted. As I said, we're going to allow the testimony for now. I will give it the weight it's due at the time I make my decision.
All right, so just so there's no confusion, Ms. Aligi, this is your writing in the non-shaded areas, is that right?
Can you scroll? I mean, I can assume yes. Can you scroll down? I don't think that's my text.
Oh, so
That's not me.
that's not you, that's someone else. This one says to Bessa at the top. You see
Okay, so
that?
that would be me.
And just so we got the pages right, at ERD 0279, that's you in the unshaded text. Is that right?
I'm going to instruct the witness to only answer if she's sure, because this is obviously very confusing to, I think, all of us.
I disagree with that, but
Can you scroll down some
I'll do
more?
whatever I need to. We can go back through all
I
of
mean,
these again if there's some question about foundation.
Can you scroll down a little bit more?
Yes.
I don't remember saying, I mean, I don't remember, but it says to Bessa, so
All right. You have any reason to believe that this is not your text in the unshaded areas?
no.
Do you recall referring to Dr. Sivadasan as insane?
I don't recall, but obviously I did.
Would that be consistent with your feelings at that time?
My feelings at that time?
Right.
Yes.
All right, we're moving on to complainants exhibit 28, which is at Bates ERD 0283. These are May 31, 2018 text messages. I'm going to the 7th page of this exhibit. And this is at ERD 0290. And it says a text message to Bessa.
Mm-hmm.
And would this be your text in the unshaded area?
Would it be my text? I don't know.
Well, read it and we'll establish a foundation.
Can you go
for it.
up a little further?
Yes.
Okay, go to, stop. I don't know. I don't remember.
Do you recall sending this emoji with and stating I'm scared?
I don't recall it.
Do you recall being scared at that time when the complaints were made about Dr. Sivadasan?
I don't remember.
You remember expressing to Ms. Sherry that you were scared about any retaliation? And then I start thinking too much. What if they keep her? I need to get the hell out. But then I think they are. I've never dealt with anything or anyone
I read it.
like this in my life. Ugh. I wonder if they're going to talk to her about the weekend call. And then you've got another emoji here with vomiting. Do you remember any of this?
I don't remember any of it.
Do you remember this being consistent with your thoughts at the time, that you're concerned about retaliation and you needed to get the hell out?
Objection. It's a
I
complete
don't remember. I don't remember.
emotional question regarding your asking her if she has to get the hell out. I mean, that's.
I think it's a
don't
fair
know,
question.
Judge. Okay, all right.
Don't remember.
Okay.
Were those,
It's been over 2 years. I don't remember.
okay, do you deny that you wrote this?
I don't deny it. It says
Okay.
it's me on there.
And
I know I wasn't happy, but I don't remember.
do you recall expressing to Charnay, or at least feeling, I need to get the hell out?
Yes.
So I'm sorry, which of those questions was it? Do you recall writing that specifically, or just do you recall feeling that?
I recall feeling it.
Okay.
I don't recall the text messages, the text message. I don't remember it, but I do recall feeling it. Yes.
Okay, the emergency call. Do you recall what that was about?
No, I don't recall.
All right, so we're moving to Complainant's Exhibit 33. Which begins at ERD 0302. These are June 4, 2018 text messages. Going into the third page of this exhibit. And you see this is a June 4, 2018 text message to you.
Okay.
You see that?
Yeah, I see it.
And it says, so I'm officially out of the CT clinic.
Yeah, I read it. Can you go
Do you
down?
recall? Sure.
Go ahead. Keep her scrolling. Keep going. Okay.
All right. And is that your text in the unshaded areas?
Yes.
And so does this refresh your recollection as to when you transferred out?
Yes.
And did they tell you, they being Susan Ventura, Michelle Ford, and Chris Leslie, on June 4th, that you would be transferred out?
I don't remember specifically, but yes.
You did have a meeting with those individuals?
I don't remember.
Can I just clarify when you mean individuals, who are we talking about?
Again, Susan Ventura, Michelle Ford, and Chris Leslie. Were those the people you talked to about transferring?
Trying to remember. Yes.
And you say, I told them everything I could think of. Was that regarding Dr. Sivadasan?
Doctors, yes.
And,
I don't remember specifics, but
okay. And not remembering specifics, would you have told them about Dr. Sivadasan's treatment of people in the workplace and patients consistent with what you testified to today, or would you have told them something different?
yes.
Yes, you would have told them, I'm sorry, you would have told them about Dr. Sivadasan's treatment of staff and patients.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
You say here, I sure feel bad for the, is that nurse practitioners?
Yes.
What did you mean by that?
That they had to work with Dr. Sivadasan.
You say that we have to move on though because there was no hope. What did you mean by that?
I don't remember.
When you say it wasn't going to get any better, were you referring to Dr. Sivadasan?
Yes.
Okay, and then you say felt good not having to text her and wait for her to call me. Relief finally, at least for now. Did you dread getting text message or getting calls from Dr. Sivadasan?
Phone calls, yes.
All right, now we're referring to Complainants Exhibit 35, which is found at Bates ERD 0309. It's a June 5, 2018 text message. You see at the top of the message that it is to you.
Yes.
And then based on your reading of this, is it your understanding that the text in the unshaded areas is yours?
Yes,
And you say I'm going through cardiothoracic withdrawal, still emotional. What were you referring to there?
I just think my time that I spent there um, with the people that I worked with. It was just a change.
Okay, and then Ms. Sherry says to you, and especially since literally no one from admin had contacted me, I have no idea what's going on or what's the plan. And then you respond, they haven't contacted you yet. I know that they were working on gathering all the info they can get for a meeting tonight with her.
I can read
Is,
it. Can you go down
is her,
further?
is her Dr. Sivadathan?
I don't know. I would assume yes.
Then how did you know that they were gathering information to have a meeting with her that particular night?
I don't remember.
After you left the department, did you get feedback from anyone about any meetings with Dr. Sivadathan?
I don't remember.
We're now looking at Complainants Exhibit 37, which is ERD 0313. It's a series of text messages from June 6, 2018 to June 7, 2018. And you see this first one is to you.
Yes,
And based on your reading of this, is it your understanding that the unshaded areas are your text?
yes. Keep going. Okay, keep going.
That's the end of this series of text messages.
Mm-hmm.
And do you recall this interaction with Ms. Sherry about having a meeting with Ms. Ventura?
I don't remember.
Do you remember discussing with Ms. Sherry her transferring to another department?
Yes,
And what department was that to, if you recall?
I recall the family practice department, I believe.
Any other departments?
Um, oh, the cancer center.
And was there a specific meeting established for Ms. Sherry to go to the cancer center and meet with the director there?
Not that well, yes, there was. It was something that I did not set up. That was a conversation that I had with Charnay.
Okay. And you knew from Ms. Sherry that she went to the meeting when she was scheduled to be there?
Yes,
Objection, I don't know what meeting we're talking about. I'm sorry.
The
We're talking
meeting with
about several meetings.
the meeting with the director at the cancer center. Ms. Sherry told you that she went there at the scheduled time,
yes, I remember that.
and what did she tell you happened when she got there at the cancer center to meet with the director at the scheduled time?
I do remember that she said there's no one showed up to meet with her.
Did you have communication with anyone else on that topic?
Not that I remember.
Okay, we're now looking at exhibit number 40, which is Bates number ERD 0319. It is a June 11, 2018 text.
Okay.
And you see at the top of this text, it's addressed to you.
Okay.
And from reading this, can you tell that the text in the unshaded areas is yours?
Yes. Okay, keep going.
Okay.
Okay, keep going. I don't remember this. You can keep going.
That's the end of this series of text messages. These are all addressed to you. Do you deny that the text in the unshaded areas is yours?
Well, they're my texts because they're to me, but I don't remember them.
Okay, but what I asked is, do you deny that the text in the unshaded areas is yours?
No, I don't deny.
Okay. And Charnay says to you, I hope they tell me they are working on getting rid of her so I don't have to find a new job. Was her in reference to Dr. Savitazan, as far as you know?
Yes, I assume so.
When you said me too, were you saying that you also hoped that they were going to get rid of Dr. Savitazan?
Well, I really don't remember, but I would assume yes.
Okay. That was your sentiment at the time?
Yes.
And then you say here, I ran into Trimark yesterday and he apologized to me. I assume that's for what we went through. And he said that leadership failed us. What did you mean by that?
I don't know.
Is that what Dr. Trimark said to you?
Dr. Trimark must have said that to me. Yes, but I don't know, like, yes, he said that to me.
Do you remember what he said and what you said rather in response?
No, I don't remember.
And here you say, I saw, you got an asterisk at the bottom. I assume that means I saw Nick clinic today and he hinted, is that Nick Galich?
I'm assuming yes.
Okay. I saw Nick Clinic today and he hinted that things are going to get better real fast. I don't know what that means. Is that what Galich told you?
I don't remember.
And then you say, I have this gut feeling that she won't be here long. Do you remember when she did leave?
I don't remember when she left.
All right, we're moving on to complainants exhibit 45.
Would it be possible to take a restroom break?
Absolutely.
That's fine. How long will you need? 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
Minutes?
10 minutes. Okay, yep. Let's meet back at 11:28. All right, and if
Okay,
you don't have to exit the meeting, all you have to do is just stop your video and mute. All right.
okay, thank you.
Thank you. You're on mute. I don't know if you're trying to talk to me.
Can you hear me better?
I can hear you better, yes.
Okay.
And before Ms. Krakowski's not here, but I suppose I can just get an understanding from you, Mr. Olson. Do you have an anticipation about how much longer you have with this witness?
Just 3 more exhibits, so I think
Okay.
Another 20 minutes.
Okay, I would, oh, and Ms. Krakowski, looks like she's back. Ms. Krakowski, can you hear us?
Yes, yes, I can.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Olson is anticipating about another 20 minutes. Because this witness has come in, it appears that she is not working due to some sort of injury or surgery. I would prefer if we could just finish with her and then break for lunch after she's completely done so we can send her on her way. Of course, I just don't want to get to in a situation where we're, it's, almost 2 o'clock and we still haven't broke. So from what you've
Sure.
said, Mr. Olson, we only have about 20 more minutes. Ms. Krakowski, do you have, do you believe that you're going to have a lengthy cross-examination?
No, I think that we can abide by what your schedule
Okay.
has suggested. I have no problem with that.
Okay. All right, great. Because like I said, for the convenience of the witness, I would just like to finish up with her and then break for lunch after she's completed. All right. Okay, so let's get going then. We're still on the record. I just muted. I didn't stop the recording, so we can go ahead.
All right, so we're now on complainants exhibit 45, which is found at ERD 0336. This is a July 17, 2018 text. And at ERD 0337, this is a text message that apparently is from Nicole Caruso to you. It says, "Morning, Bessa." I'll
Yeah,
allow you to read it, and after you've read it, I'll ask you about it.
Okay. Okay.
And you recall receiving this?
I don't recall receiving this.
Who is Nicole Caruso?
Nicole Caruso is the director over the Cancer Center.
Did you reach out to her?
Yes.
And what was your purpose for reaching out to her?
So I reached out to her after my conversation I had with Charnay. Charnay was told that she was going to be meeting at the Cancer Center regarding a possible position there. And I remember reaching out to Nicole Caruso to let her know that Charnay is coming and that she's lucky to have her.
Did you do that prior to the meeting or after Ms. Sherry contacted you that she was there waiting?
Which meeting?
Let me clarify. When did you, so I understood from your testimony before that you knew that Ms. Sherry was scheduled to meet with the director at the Cancer Center. Yes?
Yes.
And so when did you reach out to Ms. Caruso? Prior to that, when that meeting was to be held?
Yes.
Okay. And then this was Ms. Caruso's response to that inquiry? When you said that she'd be, or they'd be lucky to have her?
I would assume so. I don't remember it, but yes.
Did you have any conversation with anyone about this response?
I think I let Charnay know, but
Okay.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Okay, now we're looking at complainants exhibit 46, which is base number ERD 0338. It's a July 18, 2018 text. And this, you can see, is addressed to you.
Yes.
And is this your text in the unshaded area?
Yes.
And is this where she's telling you that she showed up for the meeting at the Cancer Center and nobody showed up?
Yes.
And you say they really don't know what they're doing. Actually, no, I'm not surprised. What did you mean by that?
I don't remember.
Okay, and here you're telling Charnay what you had mentioned a minute ago, that what you said to Ms. Caruso.
That I remember.
Okay. All right, last exhibit is 55.
You said 55?
Yes,
Okay.
that is ERD 0361. These are BESA text messages. This is redundant, so I'm actually withdrawing 55.
Okay.
All right, and that completes my examination.
Okay, Ms. Krakowski, cross-examination?
Yes, thank you.
Sure.
Hi, Bessa.
I have
Thanks for being here today. Obviously, we are happy to have you appearing today when you are needing to be at work today and you've got an injury. So thank you for being here with us today. I just want to go over a couple of things that happened when you were working with Charnay, Sherry, and also in general. I guess I would like to start with asking you about the fact that you had a friendship, I think, with, from what you've told me, a friendship with Charnay, Sherry.
yes.
Can you just tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we worked really closely. I mean, we saw each other every day, daily. I loved her as a person. I mean, we got along well, and it just grew into a friendship.
Okay. And did you socialize with Charnay?
Yes, we met up after we were done working with in cardiothoracic.
Okay. And you had one, from what you told me, you had one time that you connected with her after she left her employment with
I mean, we
Froedtert South.
yeah, for lunch, yes, or for dinner or lunch. We ate out. We went out to eat.
Okay, and that was how many times since she left her employment with Froedtert that you met with her?
Oh, from what I remember, once or twice.
Okay. And you considered your relationship to be a good relationship?
Yes.
Okay. And how did you feel about her relationship with Froedtert in terms of the fact that she was a physician assistant? I'm sorry, I'm hearing my echoing in my, it's a little bit just, I'm hearing my echoing and I might almost want to restart this again, but we'll figure this out. Tell me about your relationship with her overall when you were working with her.
We saw each other daily. We talked to each other daily when she was not in the OR and when she was in the clinic, because I was based in the clinic in the office. We texted. We complained to each other about Dr. Sivadathan. And and the way she treated, Dr. Sivadatsan treated the staff, and the way she blamed the staff.
Can you expand on that?
And Dr. Sivadatsan, the way she blamed any issues or any problems that were with patients that she had, or with, I mean, either medications or anything, she would put the blame on her staff or whoever was working with her. If she was in the OR, she would blame the staff in the OR. If she was on the floors and something went wrong, she blamed the nursing staff. She
When you
blamed her
say
nurse
she,
practitioner.
when you say she, you're referring to Dr. Sivadatsan?
Dr. Sivadatsan. Dr. Sivadatsan.
Okay. And so you found that she was complaining about Dr. Sivadatsan. How many times would you, like, if you could just give me an estimate of how many times that she complained about Dr. Sivadatsan to you?
Oh, I don't remember how many times, but it was often that we complained about her
And
to each other.
did you find that there was a issue with regard to the complaints that had to do with more than a personality conflict?
Dr. Sivadatsan, yeah.
So when she made complaints about Dr. Sivadatsan, she would make complaints regarding what kinds of issues? I mean, was it about medical issues or more of a personality conflict?
Both.
Okay, and so when you heard from her about the personality conflicts, what did she tell you about generally?
Just the way she would blame things that went wrong with patients, or anything that went wrong, she would blame on who she was working directly with. I know she would. I don't remember exact specifics, but I know she would blame Charnay and whoever else she was working with, but she would blame Charnay for issues with our patients.
Okay. And the other thing that I wanted to ask you about was, you've seen her since she left her employment, and you had lunch with her, and things were, from what I understand, they were reasonable.
Yes, we met for lunch or for dinner. We met at a restaurant. Yes.
So you didn't have a personality conflict with Charnay Sherry,
With Charnay?
right?
No, I didn't.
Did you find that there was a personality conflict with Dr. Svartson and Charnay Sherry?
Jack, no foundation.
Can you answer that question?
Yes.
Okay. I believe there's enough foundation for the witness to answer the question.
So
So
did you find that there was a personality conflict with Dr. Svartson and Charnay Sherry?
yes, yes.
Can you expand on that?
Well, they didn't agree. I know Dr. Sividasan would blame things on Charnay. I can't recall exactly. I know it was patient related. And she would always just blame Charnay. I don't know what more to say.
Can you give me an example?
Specific example?
Yes.
There was a time I remember vaguely that we had a meeting. A patient of ours, a nursing home patient of ours, passed away, and she would Dr. Sividasan blamed any issues that happened with the patient prior to her death. She would blame it. She blamed it on Charnay.
Okay, and how did she do that?
I don't remember I don't remember specifics.
But you remember her.
I remember that. I remember that event. I remember that event. I don't remember specifics about that event, but I know that something happened with the patient, something about a lab result, and she put the blame on Charnay. Dr. Sividasan, any issues there were, blamed other people. So that was one that I vaguely remember, but it's been quite some time.
Sure. No, I understand.
I don't remember specifics.
Okay, and can you talk about the way that, and again, this is open-ended question, that you remember Froedtert South trying to keep Charnay Sherry employed with Froedtert?
Just by the two positions that from a meeting that I was at right before we departed the clinic. I know that a family practice position was offered to Charnay, and then the cancer treatment one that was at a later date.
Okay, and how do you know about the family practice position?
I was in the room when that was offered to her.
Can you explain the circumstances of that?
We were in that meeting, complaining about Dr. Sividasan, how we needed to move on at that time, and
can you talk about who was in the meeting?
So it was me, Charnay, Rita Chase, Michelle Clemens, Nick and Susan. And I don't remember the exact everything that happened in there, but I know we talked about moving on from that clinic, and I was offered to move out from there, and Charnay was offered. Susan asked her if she would want to take the family practice position, mid-level position. That was one of the positions that was open at that time.
And so, do you remember about when this meeting happened?
It was right before. It was right when we left, either before or right when we left cardiothoracic.
Okay, I'm not sure what you mean by that, but
The cardiothoracic clinic, Dr. Sividasan's office. when we
Right,
exited those positions. I transferred over to a different department.
Okay.
I was allowed to leave cardiothoracic and work outside of the office, and then Charnay was given Susan. I remember her offering her the position for a family practice provider who had a nurse practitioner opening.
Okay, and again, I'm asking if you remember approximately what time that was.
It was when we left, like around. I don't remember exactly. It was either May, or I believe it was May or June.
Of 2018?
Yes.
Okay, so you had a meeting offering a family practice position, and what was Charnay Sherry's response to that?
She was upset because she worked really hard to be in the specialty that she was in. So Susan gave her some. She said she's going to give her some time to think about it.
Okay, and what did Charnay Sherry say in response to that?
I don't remember.
Okay, so Susan Ventura gave her time to think about it.
That's all that's what I remember. That she offered her a position in family practice.
Okay, and the other things I'm going to ask you about have to do with other positions that you're aware of that she was offered and that she didn't accept.
Jack leading.
For a question?
Well, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, I'm asking about other positions that she may have been offered that she didn't accept.
Jack leading.
Okay, well, do you know of any position she was offered?
Well, just that position for cancer center, but
Okay.
I'm not sure. I don't know if that was offered or if that was. I know she was
That's
offered
fine.
the family practice position.
And when you say the cancer position, what do you mean by that?
Just from from the previous testimony that I was talking, that from the email from Nicole Caruso, that triggered my memory that she was meeting over there at the cancer center.
Can you tell me anything about what you remember about that?
I just remember that I reached out to Nicole Caruso, the director of the department at that time, and I told her that she's really lucky that she's getting a great PA. To work in that department and to.
Sure.
So yeah, I think that's from the conversation I had. I guess from my text message with Charnay, and then I reached out to Nicole Caruso and let her know that I just gave her my input of what I thought about Charnay and how great I thought she would work in that department and what a great employee she is.
Okay, so you told Nicole Caruso about how good that it would be a position that would fit for Charnay Sherry.
Yes.
And